Okay, we're going to start our next meeting. Jared, take it away.
Sure thing. Good morning. We have 3 items on our agenda this morning. Those are UZOs 10, 11, and 12 of 2025. We'll just do them in numerical order, starting with UZO 10. Property owner Sandcut Ventures has some property at 8049 Rosedale Road and an unsigned parcel. The properties are located in the southeast corner of Rio Grande Avenue and Rosedale Road. It's currently A1 agricultural. They're requesting to change to C1 Neighborhood Commercial District for a convenience store with gas station and food sales. This area is a mix of different zonings. Surrounding uses are agricultural, residential to the west, and then commercial on the north, and also on the west. The existing building located at 8049 Rosedale Road was used as a firehouse or center for the community. At this time, the petitioner is unsure of the type of business that will be placed in the building. However, it will be under the C1 zoning. The proposed convenience store and gas station will be constructed to the north of the firehouse and will feature a restaurant with a drive-through. Traffic volumes of Rosedale Road and Rio Grande Avenue create the possibility for an interesting commercial reuse of the property. Commercial uses are not uncharacteristic for this location. Just to the north is a commercial communications tower, a tavern, and a dollar store. Common concerns can be raised with this location, as have been with previous locations. Items such as trash, lighting, and landscaping may need to be addressed. The applicant is required to get a commercial road cut permit from Vigo County Highway Department, which may include any of the following: a passing lane, passing blister, and acceleration lane. As with any commercial development, hard surface parking will be required. Stormwater drainage plan will need to be approved. Public water will be required. Public sewer is not available, so the health department will need to approve of the commercial septic system. We offered a favorable recommendation with the following conditions: health department approval and Vigo County engineering approvals. There was one remonstrator present. I think, though, he was more concerned about stormwater drainage off of a different property near that location. But stormwater drainage will be reviewed and approved by engineering prior to the issuance of building permits.
Yeah, as far as the drainage up in that area, I said we would talk to our highway department and have them look at the drainage in that area. But otherwise, it was unanimous vote in approval. Anything you would like to add? Anyone speaking in opposition?
Motion to approve.
What's the acreage?
Acreage?
Does it say on there?
What's the size of the lot? What's the acreage?
I don't have that. So it's everything from the firehouse all the way up to the intersection there, that whole corner.
Okay. Looks like about acre and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what the acreage is?
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the other parcel has got. There's 2 parcels?
Correct. The firehouse is on its own, and then there's also one to the north.
Okay. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
All right, our second one is the property located at 1790 East Howard Avenue. There are 2 properties located at the dead end of the street called East Howard Avenue. It's currently an R1 single-family residential. The proposed zoning A1 agricultural for the use is a single-family home with a horse boarding facility. Surrounding uses are either agricultural or residential. The majority of it being agricultural. Residential is just one to the west. Wrong page. There we go. So notices were sent out to adjoining property owners within the half-mile of the address. Doing so satisfies Section 1N of the UZO. Barnyard animals will be permitted and are anticipated, as well as any other uses under Indiana Code 36741661. The property was previously used as a horse boarding facility until it lost its legal nonconforming use. Petitioner in 2024 purchased this property in hopes of continuing the horse boarding facility. Petitioner has also purchased 26.98 acres of agricultural ground to the south of this property from the original owner. That same acreage will be fenced for the horses. We offered a favorable recommendation. Area plan forwarded a favorable recommendation. There were no remonstrators.
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Our last item on our agenda this morning has 3 different addresses. It's 6620, 6686, and 6700 South Carlisle Street. It's currently zoned R1 single-family residential. The proposed use would be a C3 zoning for a Dunkin' Donuts with a strip mall. This area has been identified primarily as suburban residential. It is so well served with other utilities, public utilities. Surrounding uses, to the north is a C2, south there is a C1, but the rest is going to be all residentials to the southwest and east. The petitioner has requested rezoning to allow for the development of a strip mall that will include a donut shop with a drive-through. The existing home on 6700 South Carlisle Street will be demolished. The other lots were the sites of single-family homes, but have been vacant for the last 5 years. This portion of Vigo County is a solidly developed and stable residential district. Commercial zonings are mostly absent at this location, with the exception of the service station to the north and a small corner lot, 6721 South Honey Creek Street. The nearest other commercial zoning is the C3, which is a dollar store, which was rezoned in 2021. Commercial zoning has struggled in the past to find a footing in this area. In 2017, ABC did act to uphold the district boundary line, halting the spread of commercial development further east into the residential neighborhood. In October of 2018, the petitioner was denied a rezoning of the property to C7. In both of those instances, rezoning would have permitted commercial's intrusion into established residential neighborhoods. It is understandable then, with a lack of commercial presence, that a certain demand exists in this area for the availability of goods and services. Related to this petition, the first item that stands out is the proximity to the school and the safety related to school children and an increase in traffic. If traffic could be restricted from or minimized on Carlisle, this could mitigate some of those concerns. Road cuts do exist along Carlisle. Common concerns can be raised with this location, as have been with previous locations. Items such as trash lighting and landscaping will need to be addressed. As with any commercial development, hard surface parking will be required. A stormwater drainage plan will need to be approved. Public water and sewer will be required. We offered a favorable recommendation with the following condition: a combination of the parcels into a single lot, road cut permits and improvements to Highway 41 as required by NDOT, commercial drive cut permits and improvements along Carlisle as required by Vigo County Engineering. Approval of the landscape or a type C buffer plan, stormwater and drainage plan, and approval of the overall site plan. We did forward, like I said, a favorable recommendation. Area Plan Commission forwarded a favorable recommendation, and there was one remonstrator present. She was also concerned about traffic at that location, especially during school time.
Anything the petitioner would like to add?
No, I think, just doing the in and out and entrance exit off of 41 to help with traffic and stuff.
Anyone speaking in opposition? Come on up forward.
My name is Kara Scott. I live at 700 East Gilchrist, which we face the intersection. We face the property basically on Carlisle, and I have one of our neighbors on Allendale Court, we're pretty much on the corner of Gilchrist and Allendale Court, who couldn't make it today. She's out of the country visiting family, and she sent me her comments on it as well, if I can read that. Her name is Zoharit, I hope I'm pronouncing that. We call her Zoe Kosakov. She's at 169 Allendale Court. I'm writing to express my strong opposition to the proposed zoning change across the street from my residence, which would allow the construction of a Dunkin' Donuts on what is currently zoned as residential property. While I understand the desire for commercial development, I believe this specific project would negatively impact our neighborhood for several reasons. Increased traffic and safety concerns. It would increase vehicle traffic in our area, especially in the morning hours when people are commuting. It raises concerns about congestion, noise, pedestrian safety for families and children who walk and bike in our neighborhood. And there are many who walk and bike on Gilchrist. Noise and disturbances. Fast food businesses often generate noise from drive-through operations, deliveries, customers coming and going at all hours. This would disrupt the quiet residential character of our neighborhood and affect our quality of life. The odor and smell pollution. Cooking operations at Dunkin' Donuts would produce strong food odors, including frying and baking smells, which can travel into nearby homes and outdoor spaces. This would be especially unpleasant for residents who wish to enjoy their yards, patios, or simply keep their windows open for fresh air. Impact on property values. commercial developments like this can decrease surrounding residential property values due to the increased traffic, noise, odors, and changes to the neighborhood's character. Litter and environmental impacts. Fast food establishments often contribute to litter in surrounding areas. Our neighbors work hard to maintain a clean and pleasant environment, and we're concerned about increased waste and its impact on our community. We are not opposed to development in appropriate commercial zones, but we believe that maintaining the residential zoning of this property is essential for preserving the safety, tranquility, and property values of our neighborhood. I respectfully urge you to vote against the proposing zoning change to allow Dunkin' Donuts and the strip mall at this location. Thank you for considering the concerns of the residents who call this area home. I also have a shorter letter. My husband wrote, we had to take our cat to the vet
Okay.
this morning. I will, his name is Gregory Scott at 700 East Gilchrist. We purchased this beautiful home on the edge of the quiet rural and historic golf community. And other than the occasional sound of the young race car driver escaping the confines of a 40-mile-an-hour zone, it is a peaceful and beautiful neighborhood. We have wildlife of all kinds that traverse and linger on our property, most of which we've kind of adopted along the way. We have seen how developers swoop in and transform an area. We moved here from Indianapolis. And disregarding everything for the sake of a profit, and rezoning is only the first step in this process. It will inevitably bring all the things that we came here to escape from Indianapolis back into our lives. We do not wish to watch our property values drop and our quiet neighborhoods become subjected to the noises, odors, and rising crime that are always associated with creeping urban sprawl. We love this area, and we hope to stay. I wrote something up also, and you're all welcome to have copies of these, but all of the points that I had made had been covered, but the only extra point that I would like to make is that there is, on the south side as well, but also throughout Terre Haute, we see lots of open strip malls, or open spaces. There are, I would much rather see those empty spots being filled than to have new spots being created. We love living in Terre Haute. I mean, we really do. And we want to see it succeed and thrive, and seeing all of the empty businesses, whether in strip malls or standalone buildings, scattered throughout, it's sad, and we want to do everything that we can to support the city so that it can thrive. But we feel that adding yet another strip mall to possibly have parts of it remain open and vacant, but also the issues of bringing down our property values and us being right on that corner, we see a lot of accidents on that corner as well. So I know you had said that.
So you were on the corner, the south corner, right across the street from IUOE, the International Union of
Yes.
Operating Engineers?
Yeah, I brought a picture of it just to make it easier.
I just want to make sure I knew exactly where your place was.
So this is the 3 lots, and this is our house.
Oh, you
This-
live across the street?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
empty space, a lot of those trees in that shot fell in the last year when
Right.
we had big storms, so we have pretty much an open view to Carlisle across the street.
Okay.
And then this is the neighborhood that I was speaking of that goes through there. It's only about 8 houses.
Okay. So, Jared, who owns the building on the corner on the, would be the northwest corner there?
Adjacent to it?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Who owns that right there?
That's a good question. I'll have to look that up for you.
That's not the petitioner. You don't own the
The far southern
farthest
lot,
south lot, do you?
just the
No.
north 3 there.
Okay.
So is it from the
So it's, okay,
Somebody else,
but
yeah.
you live across the way. I thought you lived over here.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Okay, thank you. No, I know where it's at, thanks.
And if you have any questions for me, happy to answer anything.
I don't have any questions, just my personal opinion. There's commercial all around there now, especially the Speedway being right there on the corner. I would say that would be much more of an issue than what this Dunkin' Donuts is gonna be. And then looking across your cornfield, I know the Jaegers really well that own Toyota Terre Haute. They take care of their property. Thompson's Honda's down there. And I remember, if my memory serves correct, Jared, this property at one time was commercial, went to residential, because wasn't there I believe there was a candy shop or something there at some point?
Well, back in the 70s, there was a massage parlor there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesse Woods still had.
That was right to the south of,
Yeah,
yeah, in one of the, well, actually, it might be in one of those buildings, yeah.
yeah.
do you guys own?
Probably
the-
before you owned that, I think.
Do you guys own the other Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Any issue? No, and the one where Burlap Penguin is as well, that strip mall? Okay. I don't think there will be too much issue with crime when it comes to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
And, you know,
not-
urban sprawl going that
Yeah.
way.
We just found it in Indianapolis, we lived in a similar situation
Sure.
where we were kind of on, just outside of the area, like within a mile of where all the businesses were. And that's where we got the notifications about crime, and it was just little by little, it was creeping down further as they were developing more around us.
Yeah.
And so we were like, are we gonna have this happen again, that we're a mile away from most
I think,
businesses? But-
looking outside of that, I think that you're in for a world of change right there.
Yeah.
Especially with what the Vigo County School Corporation's wanting to do with their consolidation and what Honey Creek will become soon. So I think you're gonna see more traffic around that area probably, of course, on the other side of 41.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm good with this.
I'm just curious, have you talked to NDOT?
Are you talking?
No, I'm talking about
oh.
the petitioner, sorry.
Yeah, we have we haven't talked to them specifically now.
Well, you may have some resistance getting cuts on that. They're on a study right now, a 2-year study, and they may not allow you to have a cut. I'm just saying. Yeah. They may not allow you to have an entrance and exit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Yeah, I would, I think your next phone call should probably be with the Indiana Department of Transportation, because we kind of had that same, not a fiasco, but for Dollar General that was built a little bit south of there, in the decel lanes, and the interchange right there and stuff like that, so you need to submit some information to them pretty quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd question it. They may not allow you to even have an entrance and exit. And that would be my dilemma with it too, traffic.
Anything else, Jared?